October 9th, 2009, this is NewsUndies, all the news that shouldn't be news. This week we have a special report from the Atheist Alliance International Convention in Burbank, California, and as such, pig and sheep get another vacation week. I'm Paul Torville with these headlines. In a span of time which seemed almost imperceptible, the International Olympic Committee slammed the door in the face of U.S. President Barack Obama as if he was a smallpox-afflicted Jehovah's Witness. The 2016 Summer Olympics will not be held in Chicago, Obama's adopted city and a home of the deep dish-style pizza. Instead, it will be held in Rio de Janeiro, home of very tan young women who speak an incomprehensible language and are reportedly quite friendly. Really, any surprise there? A company called Gigimo has put on the market a gadget called an artificial virginity hymen, which reportedly produces a tightening sensation and will release a modest amount of a substance which resembles blood when penetrated. Even more weird is that religious leaders in Egypt are worried about this fakey sex toy prosthesis, that it will result in rampant illicit sexual relations. Oh boy. And yes, I know, that's a really obscure joke. We'll have more after this. Hey gang, it's time for celebrity birthdays once again. I got my cake hat on. Let's rock. For Saturday the 10th, Robert Gould Shaw, dead. Thelonious Monk, dead. And David Lee Roth. For Sunday the 11th, Henry Hines, dead. Daryl Hall and Joan Cusack. For Monday the 12th, Dick Gregory, Luciano Pavarotti, dead. And Kirk Cameron, douchebag. For Tuesday the 13th, Lenny Bruce, dead. Paul Simon and Marie Osmond. For Wednesday the 14th, Dwight Eisenhower, dead. C. Everett Koop, older than dirt, but not dead. And Steve Coogan, ooh. For Thursday the 15th, Friedrich Nietzsche, dead. John Kenneth Galbraith, dead. And Richard Carpenter. For Friday the 16th, Noah Webster, dead. Oscar Wilde, dead. And Suzanne Summers. That's Celebrity Birthdays. I'm Paul Torville, and I am done! Last weekend, Atheist Alliance International held its 2009 convention in Burbank, California. We asked on-a-scene reporter Paul Torville to check it out. He filed this report. I'm standing outside the Marriott Hotel and Convention Center in Burbank, California, where atheists are taking over. This past weekend, atheism was the hot topic in Burbank, California, as Atheist Alliance International descended on the Marriott Hotel and Convention Center there. Over 700 attendees rubbed elbows with atheist luminaries, including Daniel Dennett. You are on the top and the back. Thank you.
Thank you.
I got it signed by Dr. Dennett. I got it signed by Dr. Dennett. P.Z. Myers.
Hey, wow, what a crowd.
Carolyn Porco.
I don't know if anyone has mentioned it to you yet, but this year, 2009, is the year that astronomers, both professional and amateur alike, are commemorating the legacy of Galileo.
The cast of the web show, Mr. Deity.
Did you see Larry? Yeah, he's out waxing the phone. Really? It is a show.
2009 AAI Richard Dawkins Award winner, Bill Maher.
I don't want to feel guilty about mocking them. I don't want them to confuse respect with tolerance.
And the unofficial pope of the new atheists, Richard Dawkins. Vendors hawked books, buttons, bumper stickers, baubles, and baseball hats. And those are just the bees. Special interest groups, including the Neptune Society, the Secular Student Alliance, and the Center for Inquiry, among others, offered information about their causes. With all the hobnobbing, commerce, and cogent discussion, it's easy to lose sight of the ridiculous underlying questions rational people refuse to ask. Atheism. What is it? Apart from the obvious etymology, a meaning without, and theos meaning God or gods. Is it a threat to America's unique role as the capricious, greedy global bully? Sorry, leader of the free world? Is it a source of easy, pat answers to existential questions which are ultimately unanswerable? Perhaps most disturbingly, does it encourage eating babies? While most attendees refused to be interviewed, Well, we've nearly tried to get an interview with Richard Dawkins, the Pope of Atheism. The best we've been able to manage so far is to stand in front of his table here at the convention. How sad. I was able to corner James Underdown, Executive Director of the Center for Inquiry, Los Angeles. I'm here with James Underdown from the Center for Inquiry. Mr. Underdown, are you an atheist?
Yes, I am.
And why do you think it's important to promote atheism?
Well, I think it's the most solid philosophical position you can have regarding religion.
And do you feel that all religions are false?
I think aspects of all religions are false. There are probably truths within the religion, but yeah, basically I don't believe in anything supernatural, so if your religion has the supernatural in it, I don't buy it.
That's very interesting, Mr. Underdown. And have you stopped eating babies?
No, I continue to eat babies. They're a staple in my diet. A lot of protein. I know a lot of people are against eating animals, but you never hear them talk about eating people, so as far as I'm concerned, that's good to go.
Thank you very much, Mr. Underdown. All in all, it was a peaceful event, and as far as this reporter saw, there was no baby eating. Maybe atheists really are just ordinary people with ordinary lives, the only difference being that they think with their brains rather than the last 2 feet of their large intestines. Reporting from the Atheist Alliance International Convention 2009, I'm Paul Torville for NewsUndies. Thanks, Paul. More after this. Hi, I'm Paul Torville, the guy behind, in front of, and wearing on his head NewsUndies. If you enjoy NewsUndies, you can help support NewsUndies by going to the Ursus Pacificus Kitsch Cave and buying some kitsch. There's groovy shirts, awesome dummy head mugs, it only hurts when I care bears, so fuzzy, groovy oval NewsUndies stickers just like this, and, yes it's true, NewsUndies boxer shorts. Aw yeah! Can be found on the Ursus Pacificus Kitsch Cave. Mackenzie Phillips recently revealed that her father initiated a 10-year semi-consensual, incestuous relationship with her when she was 19. They were both adults, and by many accounts they were both drinking enough alcohol and shooting enough heroin and cocaine at the time to extinct the order Proboscidea. Apart from any cathartic value, what's the point of going public with this now? Her father has been dead for 8 years, and so he can't be prosecuted. This is a perfect example of a news fart. It makes everybody feel gross and uncomfortable as they gasp through clenched teeth. There's nothing anyone can do about it. Such a release should have been confined to the privacy of a psychologist's office, the psychic equivalent of a bathroom, or in the wide-open, uninhabited space of, say, the Grand Canyon, to permit its harmless dissipation. To put it in a book and charge money for it is to ask people to line up and pay to smell your farts. And finally, and I do mean finally, we all saw this coming, didn't we? Sarah Palin wrote a book. That's rich. Wrote. Looks like she got it to the publisher too soon to include this little gem, though. Her barely adult daughter's baby daddy, Levi Johnson, will pose nude in Playgirl magazine. I'm terrified that if I ask the question, they'll answer it for me, but how much more reality show white trash can they get? Really. They're starting to make John and Kate Gosselin look rational. Well, that's all for this edition of NewsUndies. Remember, if you see news that shouldn't be news, send your story tips to undies@newsundies.com. You can sign up for email notification of new NewsUndies videos by emailing nulist@newsundies.com. You can always find the most up-to-date NewsUndies at www.newsundies.com. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Paul Torville. After that, who knows? I could be a Jehovah's Witness. Or have smallpox. Really, it's about the same. More or less. For Saturday the 10th, Robert Goulet. Okay, keep rolling. 3, we'll let you finish laughing. Because Robert Goulet is dead too, you know.
No, is he?
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He did like a couple of weird commercials where he's like walking, crawling around on the ceiling and shit. And then he died.
Recently?
Yeah, like a year and a half ago.